Yeah, that Serius Jones versus Charlie Clips just dropped. And it's time to give a review on it. It was a real good battle. It was definitely competitive. Definitely one of the best battles that dropped so far. Let's go ahead and dive in. First round, Charlie Clips came out swinging. And I mean, you expect nothing less of Charlie Clips, but I mean, he came hard. Like he had like a flashback of the first Summer Madness when he went crazy on Averb. Like, he went crazy that first round. And his whole round was fire, but once he got to the house game, that was so crazy, you almost forgot everything else that he said, because like the house game was so crazy. So I mean, I give him an A+ for his first round. That was classic. That might have been the best round. Not all, I ain't saying this is his best battle all in all, but like that first round is arguably Charlie Clips' best round, like period, out of all the rounds he had, you know, in all his battles. That's arguably his best round, period. Like that first round was crazy. The house game, I mean, y'all watched it, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I don't be quoting all of the, I don't write down the lines and quote it, because I mean, just because that's my favorite line don't mean that's other people's favorite line. So it's like a lot of wasted energy. That's how I feel like to do that. I'd rather just go based on the all-around battle, because like I said, it's about everything: stage presence, performance, bars, aggression. It's about everything, not just the bars. But I'm just saying, that house game was crazy. I heard the rumors. Now that I finally got to see it and hear it for myself, crazy. A+, he killed it. Jones came in his first round, and he went off too. Like Jones' first round was a really good first round. Jones was jumping. They both killed it their first rounds, and Jones opened up his first round with a crazy rebuttal, because you know, Jones must have knew that Charlie Clips was going to find out about him being a barber, and a lot of Charlie Clips' first round was based on that. And so Jones opened up his first round with a crazy rebuttal about 9 years ago he was a barber, so you know he know how to handle clips. Crowd went crazy. That was probably the best rebuttal of the battle, you know, because the timing was just so right for him to open up like that, you know. But Charlie Clips was smart, because he said, now if he say any rebuttals about the barbershop, did you know he really worked there? It hurts and he worked there. And that was smart, because he had a feeling that Jones was going to open up with a rebuttal when he did, and Charlie Clips was prepared. So that was nice, but the rebuttal was still so timely that it didn't, Clips predicting that didn't affect the rebuttal. Like, people still cheered for it. So that was crazy. So Jones opened up crazy, and he went off. Jones went off his first round. You know, he had a lot of catchy, memorable lines. And before I say who won the battles, I'm gonna just go through each round. Then I'll give my opinion on who won each round. That was the first round. Second round, Charlie Clips had another memorable. He had a memorable second round, but it wasn't up to par with his first round. It was still good though. It was still like, all right, that's what's up. You know, it wasn't like, oh, it wasn't like that. It was like, that's what's up. You know. And then Jones came his second round, and it was rough. He had a lot of stumbles. Seemed like he got, like, you know, he was freestyling and kind of was starting to stumble and kind of like he wasn't smooth with it. He wasn't connecting. His punches wasn't connecting. And he said a few things that was catchy, but for the most part, he was getting booed, you know, because the opening line wasn't that good, and people started booing like off the first two lines he said. And then, because I think he tried to open up with a rebuttal, and it just didn't work, it didn't connect, and from there it just went downhill. So he had a really, really, really rough second round. It was mostly boos throughout his whole second round. Clips opened up his second round, and he did his thing. Okay, hold up. Now I'm starting to confuse myself. All right, let's go back. It was Clips, then it was Jones. Excuse me, y'all. It was Clips, then it was Jones. So it was Clips. Yeah, and then Clips had a good second round, but wasn't good as his first. Okay, we back on track. Then, but it was still good enough. Yeah, and then Jones second round, he got booed most of it, and he ain't had too many. He had a few memorable things that he said, but like it wasn't nothing crazy. It went downhill. It was a rough second round, and that's pretty much how the second round went. He got booed for the most part, and Charlie Clips said some like really a classic. You could say kind of a classic second round. I ain't gonna say it was a classic second round, but it was good. It was solid. It was solid, but you know how it be when somebody open up with a crazy first round. You expect it to be at least as good or better from that point on, but he went down. He declined his second round, Charlie Clips. But Jones took a super decline, like went really down his second round. He got booed. It was pretty much throw the second round out the window. It just was rough. Third round came. Clips opened up with a crazy rebuttal about the stretch marks with the ring card girl. When he was talking to the ring card girl, put his arm around her, was asking her like, would she smash Jones or whatever, and then Jones tried to like grab her and bring her over to him, and then Clips hit him with that crazy rebuttal, was like here, make that text mark, and both of them can share the same stretch marks. That was the crowd went crazy. I still think Jones had the Jones rebuttal was just a little more timely than that, but that was the second best rebuttal definitely of the battle. But that Jones one about I know how to handle Clips was just a little above that, but that was the next best rebuttal. Then Clips goes in from there, and Clips had some catchy lines in that third round. I'm not even gonna lie, like he was saying some stuff. He had the crowd, he caught the crowd. He said some catchy stuff, and then towards the end, when he started that, all right, I'm done time, and then Jones was like, wow, he was like, psych, I lied, nigga. He got him the first time, because he caught him. Jones was just saying wow, he was like, psych, I lied, nigga. It was on time, it was on cue. It didn't connect to like the last time he did it against X Factor, but it's still like, it caught him, because Jones was just saying wow, we cut him right off, psych, I lied, nigga. So that was on point. That was cool right there. And then after that, it started like going downhill. Like, it's freestyling. I think he tried to focus a little too much on freestyling and got caught up in it and kind of lost it a little bit. And then he started. He had a little freestyle on somebody in the audience. I guess a heckler. And he said something about the fat nigga in the audience or something. Then he said something to the chick like, yeah, me and you, we gonna leave here and smash. And then I thought he was gonna keep going after that, but then he kind of like, he lost his flow and he was just like, the round over. He said whatever he said, like, but he pretty much ended the round, like, he ain't even really try to like put it together crazy. He was just like, this round over. And then you could kind of tell at that point that he knew he lost the flow and he surrendered the round. He really surrendered the round. Like, you could tell he knew Jones was about to like have a better third round than he did at least. So Jones opens up. It was kind of funny too, because he was like, it's all right, it's all good. I got the first two. He kept saying that. He already knew what time it was. Jones opened up his third round, and Jones blacked out. Like, he blacked out. He had a lot of oohs and ahs. That whole, he said, I'm so sick. He said, what did he say? I'm so sick. I make the creator age jealous. Like, when he said, I remember that. Like I told you, I don't write nothing down, but like I remember that. That's how crazy that was, And he had a lot of other catchy lines throughout that third round. And yeah, that third round, Jones went crazy. He went crazy, haywire. Like, his third round was better than his first, and his first was real good. Second was real bad, and I think that a lot of that was rust too. Like, that second round, I think he was shaking off some rust. I really do. But that third round, he went crazy. Like, Jones's third round is definitely up there with Charlie Clips' first round. Like, I think, I don't know. I think that Jones's third round might be the best round of the battle. It's hard to call, but his first round was real good too. The third one just had more of an impact to me though. All right, so second round, keep it 100. Charlie Clips by a landslide. Like he got that easy. Jones had too many mess ups. Like he was stumbling too much. And even though the crowd was booing, and I feel like the Summer Madness crowd be booing early, but a lot of times I understand why they boo. They want to hear bars. They paid their money. They're standing up all those hours, and he wasn't connecting. He got booed. Third round, Charlie Clips got booed towards the end. He was messing up and stumbling. And then Jones went crazy on him. So second round, Charlie Clips by landslide. Third round was a body bag by Jones. Definitely a body bag. Like he bodied Clips on the third round. Jones body Clips on the third round. Clips by landslide on the second round. So it was 1-1, which leads the first round, which is very debatable. That first round is really debatable, and I think 90% of the people out there will probably think that that first round will determine the end of the battle, because it's pretty undeniable that Clips got that second round easily, and Jones bodied that third round. They both bodied each other in the second and third round. I will say that I think that Jones's, I'll say this, I think Jones's third round was better than Clips' second round, but Jones's third round was better than Clips' second round, but Clips' third round performance was better than Jones's second round performance. So it kind of balanced itself out, you know. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. I had to think about it. I was about to confuse myself. First round, really hard to call. They both had a solid first round. I almost want to say the battle was a tie, because I kind of feel like it's a tie. But what's the point of having a review if you're going to say it's a tie? You gotta have a winner. It just gotta be. You gotta somehow figure out a winner. And with my back against the wall, knowing I have to choose a winner of that first round, need a drum roll for this one, I'm gonna have to go with Clips. And I watched it like 5 or 6 times. I definitely didn't go out the first time, because like it was just really hard to call. I watched the battle like 5-6 times, like on and off, like throughout various times. Sometimes just a few rounds, 1 round or 2 rounds, but I watched it a number of times. And Jones had a solid first round, and Clips did too. But Clips, that house game, I think won that first round for him, but it edged it. He didn't body him or nothing. I just think that the first round, Clips edged him, but that house game was just so crazy, and I think he ended a little stronger than Serius Jones did. That being said, anybody that would, so I'm going Clips 2-1. First and second round Clips. Third round, Jones. Even though Jones had as far as round by round, Jones had the biggest body as far as rounds throughout for the night. But if anybody chose Jones 2-1 and gave Jones as that first round of Jones, I can't knock him, because Jones did have a good first round. He had a real solid first round. He opened up real strong with the rebuttal. It was good. Another thing I liked about Jones is how he said how Charlie Clips just take people's lines and twist them around and use it against them, like, you know, house, sink, faucet, you know, just take a bunch of things and add lines to them and twist people's lines and use it against them. Like, I like that, because it's true. People was laughing. Charlie Clips was even like, yeah, like he knew he had to keep it real. Like he knew he was on point with that. So I want to say it's a tie so bad, because I bangs with Jones so heavy, and Clips, I respect Clips so much. You know, I want to say is a draw, but I mean, having to pick I'm going Clips 2-1 in a real close battle. Second best battle, I still think Hitman, Holla, and John was the best battle. I think this is the second best battle. I think Lux and Calico was the third best battle. Hands down though, I will say, not to take nothing from nobody, so far I think Lux had the overall best performance overall. But this but it's about the whole battle in general, not just like who had the best performance or most memorable. And this, yeah, I think this is the second best battle. And then the Lux Calico. Definitely a good battle. Definitely a classic battle. I think it's a classic. I feel like Smack is arguably a classic because you could say because they both took huge declines in their second and third rounds. That could take away from the value of making it a classic, but in my eyes, it's a classic because they both messed up. They both had high points, low points. Both of them did their thing. I think they two were the best to do it. Respect and props to both. Another thing that Jones was like, you know, when Clips ended the second round, he was like DNA, what it is or whatever. DNA said his little slogan at the end. I do think that kind of like took away from the value of Clips' second round. I think if you just would have ended it crazy his own way, it would have just like sealed it because he killed him on the second round. But like that did take away from it. That took a little away from it. And Jones pretty much had a solid, flawless third round. That So Sick I Make the Creator Age Jealous was crazy. Yeah, he did the little the recap thing, the little news thing, and he just went crazy. Jones went crazy that third round. Like, if you're a person that say it don't matter about rounds, it's about all in all performance, who had the best performance all around, and if you go based on momentum and all that, to see Jones come back from such a downhill second round, to come back and have a third round like that, and I never seen Clips really get bodied in a round. The body Clips in a round, that's impressive. And if you was the type person to say it's about all around performance, who can make the comeback, who can catch the crowd at the end, who build the most momentum at the end, if you're that type of person, then you'll probably think Jones won, and I can't knock you for that. Me personally, I say I do it based strictly on like regardless of how strong somebody finished or not, it's about who won the most rounds first. You know, and if you really can't pick, like I pretty much said you gotta find a way to choose somebody who won a round, but if you can't, then I can see how you can say a tie or whatever. But if you do pick Jones based on like, you know, how he ended it, you know, and to be able to come back from getting booed so hard to getting all those cheers and go crazy on Clips like that, then I feel you. Like, you know, I ain't mad at nobody to choose Clips. I meant Jones. But I'm gonna just go with Clips 2-1 because in all fairness, the way I'm judging it, I think based on the way I judge it, which is round for round, I mean, if I feel like Clips edged that first round, I gotta give it to him as hard as it is to do. But props to both of them, man. They did their thing. That's what it is, man. Shout out to the whole URL movement and everybody involved in it, all the battlers, everybody that put it together, Smack and the whole team. Enjoying watching these battles. Can't wait to see the Rex Averb battle. That's the last one. And yeah, can't wait to see it. I'm definitely do my recap for that. I see that a couple times. So that's what it is. Clips 2-1 edge slightly by a hair strand, like barely. He got it, just edged it. Classic battle, classic performance. Summer Madness 2. That's what it is. It's your boy Tay Real. Follow me on Twitter at TayReal2012. Holla at your boy, Clips 2-1.